Hey, eighth grade, long time no see. You're on, I guess, part 2 of video marathon Monday or whatever day it is when you get this, who knows. Once again, I'm going to present. I think this will be a little more exciting than our last video about polynomials, but I've thought wrong before, so let's see what happens here. If you would take out Jan fair piece of note paper, and on top we are actually going to talk about, we're still under polynomials, by the way. Yeah, polynomials. And we are going to talk today adding and subtracting. Adding and subtracting them, which means it's going to look something like this. Let's look at adding first, the easiest thing to do here. Let's say you've got this, and this is what it'll look like. X squared plus 3x minus 3 plus 3x minus 3. And to that, I am adding 2x minus, 2x, what? I'm not sure why they do this, but hey, let's do it anyways. 2x, let's do 2x squared. Yeah, minus x plus 2, that's what it's supposed to be. Minus x plus 2. And what we've got is a special treat today, kids. We are going to use what they call here algebra tiles. Algebra tiles to do this. Now, here is what you must understand. The blue colors are positive x's, or I'm sorry, positive x squareds. The red tiles are negative x squareds. The blue single line thing here is just a positive x, and the red is a negative x. And these are just stand for numbers. This is a positive 1, and this is a negative 1. And what you have to understand as we do this is this, that if you have, okay, just like with Mrs. Stone, if you have a positive and a negative x squared, they cancel each other out. It is called a zero pair because it means nothing. You know, it is a zero pair. When you group them together, they go away. They stand for nothing. It's like having a +1 and a -1. You're at a net gain of 0. So here is what this will look like, and I think eventually we will have an IXL that deals with this. So hopefully, I'm going to get rid of this stuff here. Here's what this looks like here. So if I have an x squared, that's 2 blue ones. Those are both positive. And then I have plus 3 x's. These are x's. And I have minus 3. That would be 3 red ones because those are minus. 3 minus 3's. Poof. Maybe I should have put these in different order. Now, so that's this trinomial here. What am I adding to that? I am adding 2x squareds, and those are both positive. There is 1x squared, 2x squared. A minus x, which is a red one here. There's my minus x. And I am adding 2 plus 2's, a 1 and a 2. Okay, so hopefully you can see right here. Maybe I should separate these. I'll separate them just a little bit so you can maybe see this a little better. Okay. This whole top thing right here was this trinomial here. My 2x squareds, my positive 3x, my minus 3. The bottom one here was my 2 more x squareds minus an x, these are my x's, plus 2. So when I combine them, or combine them if it was harvest season, what happens here? Okay, I have 4x squareds. Wait, sorry, I only started with 1x squared up here. I'm sorry, I'm not sure where that one came from. My bad. I have 3x squareds. If I look at my 3x plus a minus x, these form a 0 pair, and they, believe it or not, they go away because they're not worth anything. So boom and boom, I'm going to get rid of them. So I am now left with 2 x's that are positive. And then if I look at my blues and my reds, as far as just my numbers, this is a 0 pair and that is a 0 pair. So both of them will all go away to leave me with a balance of a -1. Okay, so this is what we ended up with using the algebra tiles. That is what we ended up with. I'm going to do another one just because when we get to, we're going to do subtraction in a bit. And that gets to be a little more shanarchy, if you will. So you ready? Let's see if we can't model this. -5x squared minus 2x plus 3, all in parentheses. And to that, I am adding -x squared plus 4x minus 4. So let's see if we can't shoot this down as far as what that looks like with tiles. So I have 5 of these -x squared. So those are 5 of these red little devils. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Poof. I have 2 minus x's, so 1 and 2, and I have 3 plus 3's. These are the positive ones. Poof. 3 of these. To that, I am adding 1 of the x squareds, 4 of the positive x's. I'll put that over here underneath where my other x's were. 4 of them. And 4 minus numbers. And there's my 4 and minus things. So I am adding, this was my top one, 5x squared plus minus 2x plus 3. This is minus x squared plus 4 of the x's minus 4 of the things. And I am now looking for 0 pairs. Well, this, there are no 0 pairs, so it ends up being, you can combine all those together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get 6 of the minus x squareds. You get 6 of them. If you look at the x's, how many 0 pairs do I have? Here is 1 0 pair. It goes away. Here is a second 0 pair. It's going to go away. And I am left with 2 of the positive x's. So plus 2x when I combine those together. And then if we're going just to the numbers, there's 1 0 pair there. Here is a second 0 pair. And there is a third 0 pair. Those all cancel each other out. And I am left with just 1 single negative number. So I end up with just a -1. So when I add those together, this is what I get with my algebra tiles. Very cool. Now, here is the fun and excitement of subtraction. Now, this is where you are going to be able to confuse and amaze your friends. So here we go. Let me write down this problem. X squared plus 4x minus 9. Well, maybe I'll change this. X squared plus 4x, let's just go minus 6. And I am subtracting now from that 4x squared. Well, you know what, let's not. I'm going to change this problem. Let's do 4x squared. And I'm going to change this because I don't want. We're going to do an easy one and then we'll do the hard one. I am subtracting proof 2x squareds plus 2x and a minus 4. All right, so here we go. Using the tiles, let's start off with an easy one. I am starting with this. Here's my 4x squared. These are my x squared tiles. I have then 4 x's, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I have 6 minus these things. Poof. Poof. And oh, 6 of them. Good night. What was I doing? Okay. Now watch how easy this one. By the way, I gave you the world's easiest problem right off the bat. Okay. I am taking away 2 of the positive x squareds. So there goes 1, and there goes 2. So what am I left with? I'm left with 2x squareds. I am also taking away this whole quantity, so I'm taking away 2 more, 2 of these x's. So here goes 1, and here goes 2. And I am taking away 4 of the little red guys because it's taking away 4 negatives. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And lo and behold, ladies and gentlemen, when the smoke clears and everybody cheers, I am left with what? I'm left with 2x squareds. I am left with 2 x's. And these are minuses. And a minus 2. Bam. Everybody's happy. Sometimes there's great cheering. Sometimes there's not. Okay, now you're ready to jump right in with both feet. Here we go. So let's do something a little more complicated. All right, so here we go. X squared minus 2x plus 3. And I'm going to subtract 4x squared plus 1x minus 1. Well, let's do plus 1. I'll change that here. All right, hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. This is where the old phrase, math is not hard, it's just confusing. I am starting off. I start off with an x squared. Everybody's good with that. There's my x squared. I'm starting off with 2 minus x's. That would be 2 minus x's because these are the x's. These are the x squareds. Plus 3. Boom. 2 and 3. Okay, here is where we have, by the way, this is my x squared minus 2 x's plus 3's. Here is where things go horribly awry, right? I need to take away 4 x squareds. But if you look over here, ladies and gentlemen, how many x squareds do I have? How in the wide, wide world can I take 4 away when I only have 1? Well, this is where that whole thought process with the 0 pairs are. I have only 1 to take away. I need to take away 3 more because I'm supposed to take away 4. That means I need to do this. If I bring down an x squared and if I bring down a little pal negative x squared, this is a 0 pair. It means nothing if I put them together. So I can put those together. I actually need to do it 3 times because I need to take away 4 positive x squareds. I suppose I probably should have left myself a little more room. Okay. I add 3 0 pairs because I needed to get 4 positive x squareds. So now I can take away those 4x squareds. I can take them away, and look, I am left with, for my x squareds, when I put my x squareds together, I am left with negative 3x squared. I am left with negative 3x squareds for the x squareds. Okay. Same thing here for the next part. I have two negative x's, but I'm supposed to take away a positive x, and I don't have a positive x. So I need to move a positive x over, but I need to also move a negative x over to make it a zero pair, because you don't want to change it. These two cancel each other out, so you still have that. Now, once I have that positive x squared, I can get rid of the one that I have to take away. And for the x term, what am I left with? Minus 3x. And here I have positive 3, and I need to take one positive x away, which I have. I've got 3 of them. I can take one away. Everybody's happy, and I'm left with a, positive 2. And that's what you would get when you use the algebra tiles. Now, okay, for those of you, maybe some of you are saying, hey, why in the world do we have to do this? I don't know. Because they will probably have you do this in high school. Maybe you do something like this, and I want to throw this at you. Normally, what we would do is this, ladies and gentlemen, just to give you a heads up on this, okay? I have my x squared here, my minus 2x, my positive 3. That was this trinomial. You are subtracting this, so you would just use the distributive property and multiply this negative times all 3 of those. Negative times 4x squared is negative 4x squared. Negative times an x is a negative x, and a negative times a 1 is a negative 1. Then once you have all of this, you can just combine like terms. A positive 1x squared and a minus 4x squared is a negative 3x squared. A minus 2 and a minus x is a minus 3x. And a 1, this should have been a minus 1. A positive 3 and a minus 1 is a plus 2. Okay, this is how we would do it without the algebra tiles. But you should always be able to do what they're going to ask you to do. So let's do one more just to see what happens here. Problem right out of the unfair book. 6x squared plus 4x plus 2. 6x squared plus 4x plus 2. And from that, I am subtracting 2x squared minus x plus 8. So modeling this using algebra tiles, I'm so excited. Let's take what we start with, 6x squareds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Starting with 6 of the x squared tiles, I add 4 x's, 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4, and 2 pluses. How about that? Everything's in the blue for the first one. Now, what do I have to take away? Well, I have to take away 2 of the x squared, so that's pretty easy. There's 1, 2, she gone. Leaves me with 4x squareds. Now here I have to take away a minus x, which I don't have. These are all positives. So in order to take away a minus x, I bring my minus x over, but I must make it a 0 pair with one of those other positive x's. So now I've added my minus x and zeroed it out with that. I can now take away my minus x. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I need to take away 8 of these, but I only have 2 of them. So I need to come up with 6 more positive x's, which means I need 6 0 pairs in order to do that. There is 3. Yeah, patience. It's kind of fun working with these squares, by the way. 4. 5. And oh wait, this is number 6. Sorry. Okay, so now that I added those 6 0 pairs, I do have 8 positive x's I can get rid of. I might try to do this quicker. How about this? Ladies and gentlemen, let's go fast speed. Boink, 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 boink. I am removing the 8 positive x's, throwing it in the garbage, and this is what I'm left with. So when the smoke clears and I subtract those things, I have right here, I have, why isn't this working? I have 4 of the x squareds. I have 5 of the x's, and I have 5 of the minus numbers. So when I subtract those values, those trinomials, I end up with 4x squared plus 5x minus 5. I will try to shoot you some IXL stuff maybe to give you a little more practice on that. It's slightly confusing at first, but you know what? If it wasn't confusing, it would not be much fun. So Mr. Hahn signing off, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much.